Tonight we're very happy to have with us Dr. Etti and the Sexy Juicing. In this fascinating book, Dr. Etti unveils her pioneering but simple plan for juice cleansing of the body, mind, and spirit. Never before have these three modalities been integrated into a simple and fun program that helps people achieve permanent weight loss and true lifestyle changes. This book guides readers through the program with the day-to-day instructions and provides them with shopping lists, recipes, post-juice meal plans, cleansing tips, and a wealth of holistic nutritional information. They will learn how simple and fun a body cleanse can be and find themselves quite surprised that sexy juicing could help them achieve so much more beyond cleansing the body. Sexy juicing is perfect for anyone looking to press the reset button and return to their purified body and sensual self. Dr. Etti earned her PhD in holistic nutrition from Clayton College of Natural Health after receiving a master's degree in family and marriage psychotherapy from New York's Iona College. She practices at her holistic health studio in Miami Beach, Florida. Dr. Etti, also known as the Juice Goddess, is South Florida's most admired detox doctor for feeding bodies with juice and feeding minds with enlightenment. She's been juicing Miami to better health through her body cleansing program, Sexy Juicing, for 7 years. Juicing has never felt so sexy, and greens have never tasted so delicious, and never have we had an author that looks so great. Please welcome Dr. Etti.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, Christina. Thank you, Books and Books. This is such a beautiful store. I love the energy. I love your locations. So let's do something really crazy. Let's stand up and find our feet. Yeah. And let's get in tune with our feet. Bless our feet, right? They're there for us every morning. And as we do that, see if there's any shift in our body, where we want to take our body. If there's any tension in our body, right? How we want to stand, what do we want to do? Yeah, just get our mind, our attention of anything else. Just focus right here, right now. And as we do that, if there's any discomfort, just, let it go. And let's bring the breath into it. Just focus on your breath. Where is your breath? Are you breathing? Right? Let's see. Is it right up in your chest? Is it more in your abdominal? Is it moving? Is your breath moving? Is it more in your frontal body? Is it in the back? What is this that you're doing while you're breathing? And just bring that awareness into the breath. Good. And let's now, with the breath, let's lift our hands up. I have one microphone in one hand, so you'll do it with two, I'll do it with one. And as you lift your hands up, you can smile, yeah, good. And inhale and expand. Feel that expansion, yeah. And as you exhale, let your hand bring them down and contract. Contract the chest and your belly and really squeeze the air out. So inhale from the nose, bring the hands up, you can smile. Yeah, good. And exhale from the mouth, slowly and completely, letting the air out. You all look so beautiful. Good. And one more breath, inhale. And really expand big. Now really bring it all in, all that air. Bring into the chest, bring into the belly. This is what I call the love bucket. Just let it all in. You deserve it all. And bring it all out. That's beautiful. Are we feeling sexy already? Okay. And just circle the shoulders outward. So that kind of letting you open the heart chakra. Just a little bit more. Good. Very good. Let it all go. Whatever stress, whatever occupying you, just let it go. And how do you feel? Good. Good. And just turn to your right and to the left, and maybe you want to offer a smile or a hug. Yeah, or introduce yourself. Yeah, that was nice. Beautiful. Okay, and you can sit down. And I'm going to bother you one more time. I want you to point to yourself. Point to yourself. Zoe, can you point to yourself? She did that. Very good. So don't take your hand from where you pointed, but look at each other and see where you pointed. So notice that nobody did this, right? Most of you did this, right? So when I talk today, when I'm speaking with you, talking with you, communicating with you, try to ingrain that feeling of I'm my heart and not necessarily my mind, or integrate mind and heart, because some of the things that I say might be a little uncomfortable or a little scary in a way, or threatening, or anxiety producing. So what I want you to do is just at that moment, open your heart a little bigger and kind of say, I'm surrendering. I'm okay. I'm safe. Is that a deal? Yeah? Okay. So I'm Dr. Etti, and actually I've been doing this for 12 years. He said 7 years. It's 12 years. I've been doing it for a while. So what is that? First of all, I have actually a confession, because I have not been feeling sexy the past probably 2.5 weeks. And I have a good excuse, right? We all do have good excuses. And my very good excuse is that for the past 2.5 years, I have been working, have been creating probably over 100 items, food items. And finally, 2 weeks ago, we opened our doors. We have a huge venture. It's called Dr. Smooth, and I'm the head of the R&D department. I'm doing the research and development of the product I'm creating. I'm building a vision of this business, and I've been. We open our doors for Art Basel. So I've been exposed to hundreds of people, literally. I mean, just pouring through our doors. Dr. Smood, S-M-O-O-D. So being in front on the floor, right, seeing our customer, welcoming, explaining about the products, and being in the central kitchen, right, where everything, that's the heart, and really making sure that the communication is going right, that things are coming out perfectly the way that I want it to be, and going to meetings. Now, mind you, I am the only woman in this American venture. So I'm surrounded by about 10 men. And not that it's bad, but it's just the rhythm is different than my rhythm. Okay, I work in a different rhythm, and what I found myself is being in many meetings and needing to sit down and listen, and it's very hard for me to create when I sit down. I need to flow, I need to move. There's a different flow to my creativity, so it kind of took me away completely from my center. I was not aligned, and I was bombarded from different masculine, energy of staccato, like and it was really overwhelming. Now, in addition to my very good excuse, I had 4 house guests that I needed to entertain. One of which is David Wolf. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but I needed to attend to my house guests and my kids, right, and other things that I need to do. So everything was like a storm. It took me off my alignment. Sexy, which is very conflicting, right? Because on one hand, I'm there in front of my customers saying, do this. This is good for you, where I don't have time to even drink or eat or breathe, right? So what did I do? What Dr. Etti did? First thing, takes a village. You call your soul sister. And she's here. She's sitting here. She knows who she is. And then I call another soul sister. And she's sitting in. She knows who she is. And we all have a tribe. And I recommend that you tap on that, resource that you give and receive. And they pick up the phone and they just listen. Right? And they're there for you. They don't judge you. They listen to you. And then they bring their wisdom. And something in that wisdom, right, makes you want to, okay, I'm back. Okay, I want you to get back to your rhythm. Okay, I remember where I am. Thank you for the reminder. I'm good now. Okay, and now what you do? What do you do now? You go, and I go back to my juices. I go back to my foundation. I preach what I need to learn the most. Every day, I go back to my home. I go back to what brings me back to my center, and whatever it is for you. This is my center. My juices are my center. My breath is my center. My exercise are my center. And thank God I wrote it down. I put it all together because it's for me. And I hope it's for you too. I hope that you'll find something in this book that brings you back to your center. So this is my confession. And after doing it for 12 years and really bringing so many people through this journey, I am the one that can tell you, it took me 7 years. This is my soul baby. And Dr. Smoot now is definitely also, but it wasn't such a long process. This was 7 years, and I have to say that I had to take the 7 years to get here today and tell you that I had to go through these challenges. I had to go through these lows, and I had to go through these highs to be able to appreciate where I am standing today. Because through these highs and through these lows, and especially the lows, I learned to grow up, to evolve, and know really the center of who I am and to love that center. And I'm not talking about loving, kind of like, oh, I love myself, right? It's really that intense connection, the intimate connection, what I call the lover, right? That that is always there. Nobody can take it away from you. Not even the president, not your mother-in-law, not the accountant, not the lawyer, not the politics, nothing. Nothing can move you from that center, from that core, that that you have that divine connection. And when you come back home, you come back to the center, right? That is the love, that intense love. And when you have it, what can you do with it? You can give it. Only when you have, you can give. You cannot give what you don't have. I learned it. I can tell you, learn from my experience. You have to constantly know you are the center of your world. Allow yourself to be selfish. And selfish in not an ego way, right? But in a way to say that, you know what? When I suffer, the world around me suffers. When I suffer, my kids will suffer. Right? I need to put back the nourishment. I need to go back, do my juices, increase my supplements, call my tribe, right? And get back into center so I can come in front of you tonight and do what I do. Right? And for each and every one of you, you are the center of your own world. So in the past, these 7 years, what I found out that the physiological process of the detoxification, of the ortholysis process, it's pretty easy. Why? The body knows what to do, right? The body does it, and the body does it very well, right? You stop doing your auto-intoxicating yourself, putting toxins in your body. You stop eating, right? Chewing, using solid foods. You start putting nourishing green juices into your body takes you there. Your body doesn't ask you. Your body utilizes that energy. For example, if you raise your left arm up, left arm, and put it on top of your head. Okay. And now take your other arm, the right hand, and just go where the breast ends and the armpit meets. And you can see, you can palpate there, and you can find axillary nodes. Okay? And breathe. Now, when you palpate those axillary nodes, you might notice some are hard, some is painful, some is tender, some is sore. This is one of the many, okay, and we're not going to go through all of them, warning signs that your body sends you, right? And so you really palpate there and you take some time, and when that is sore, when you go through your detoxification process, your body takes care of this. You don't have to be responsible, right? Your body will release the weight of waste, right? The autolysis is self-digestion. The body digests its own disease, damaged sick cells, and the body purges it out. The process that I see that my juicers go through is more of the psychological process. It's more of the monkey mind. And if I can say itsy bitsy shitty committee, is that okay? It's that committee up there, okay? And it does all the tricks, right? And that's what I need to manage. And that's what you need to manage. And that's what happened to me the past 2 weeks, because I could not sleep, I could not eat, and I was grumpy. Okay? And then we add on to that shame. Oh my God, you know, I'm doing this to my kids, right? Blame. So on and so forth. It's kind of like a catch-22, right? So that monkey mind has kind of phases. And as I noticed the phases through the 12 years I was doing it, and what I noticed is that one is the projection. So I'm going to say it and then I'm going to kind of detail, and we're going to leave some time for question and answer, I promise. So one is projection. The other one is resisting, shifting, going deeper, and liberation. So the projection is, I meet hundreds of people, right? And I see them now because I'm right there on the floor, and we have stores. We have one in Wynwood and now South Miami, and two coming. So constantly people come in and I can see, right? They look at me. Now, mind you, I'm going to be 51 in a week. So they look at me and I get hundreds of time. You were always skinny, right? Oh, you probably eat carrot and celery all day long. Oh yeah, of course, you have the juices. You drink that all day long. Oh, it's your genes. Your mom probably is very skinny, right? Oh, it's easy for you. You know what to do. Oh, you just go up there and talk. Oh, you just speak. It's so natural for you. You're natural. Right? Got it so many times. So in that place where you meet that projection, I can tell you that if there's anyone that has stumbled and had fallen and crushed and broke into pieces through major experiences in my life. My oldest son's going through drugs problems and my divorce and major relationship issues. Constant challenges that brought me to my knees, but still choosing to have a heart-centered life. And it's not that I don't have an ego. We all have it. But observing that, right, and still bringing my heart into the situation. No matter how heart-wrenching it is. And it is. It's just, you think you cannot breathe. It just takes everything away. But in that moment, you bring even more. You just know I can come up on the other side and something wonderful is going. You just have the faith and you surrender to it without really knowing why and without knowing what's going to happen. But you have that awareness. You choose to have an awareness life. A life that is heart-centered and is deep. And you want to feel it all. You don't want to escape because you can't escape, right? What escape? I call it escapism. What escapism do we use? We use alcohol, right? We use drugs. We use sex, right? We use food. We use denial. We use all of them. We have all of them, right? We would definitely know how to escape. I can't escape. I tried. It didn't work for me. It was either live or die. I want to live and I live fully. And it's painful sometimes, but it's worth it. So this projection that I come up with, thank God at the end of a 7-day, because this is a 7-day program, I assure you those women know that I earned for me to come here and seem easy, right? Every step of my way, of my life journey was earned. I am doing my work. And so I require from my juicers to do theirs. Because I just didn't hop here one day and I'm here. I climbed and I stumbled and it's a journey. But you know what? It's a wonderful journey. The other phase is the resistance. So the resistance comes from that perceived notion, right? That something is being taken away. I'm taking away something. What am I taking? I'm taking the food, right? I say no sex for the first 3 days. Oh my God, all of a sudden everybody's having sex, right? Right? And so all that perceived notion of deprivation, right? When I say less is more, right? I'm taking away sweet, not really. I mean, you're not, we have Choco Potion actually. We're gonna give, if somebody wants to distribute the Choco Potion, that could be fun. But I'm taking away the crutches, meaning I'm encouraging you to look in the mirror. Because when you go through the autolysis process, there are times that you want to lean. You want to lean on a probably ice cream or a chocolate cake, or maybe go to sex, or maybe go to, you know, whatever it is. And that kind of, that safety net is not, now the safety net, is that an illusion? It's an illusion, right? This is not really the center of who you are. So that being said, I'm taking you through that journey, and there is a lot of understanding of what really the vitamin love is all about. And really coming into the center of, okay, I'm not gonna die. Okay, I'm not going to starve. I'm not gonna die. I'm not gonna faint. Nothing is going to happen to me. Actually, I'm going to even have more courage, right? I'm going to really, really enhance myself through this. And so we have the projection and the resistance, and then we have the shifting. And the shifting happens on the 3rd day. And that's when I start calling you the juicers. And then when you stop hating me. And the shifting is then almost the autolysis process is ending, and you start feeling that lightness of being. I don't know if you ever felt it, because I have to tell you, some people never felt that. They do not ever really feeling that, the feeling of vibrancy and happiness like a child, you know, like la. They never felt that. They don't remember feeling it. For the first time in forever, they have that, wow, the mojo is back. I can see clearly. I feel it, right? It's like vibration, like some things, like what's going on? There's something awaken. Something is coming alive. And that's the shifting. And they start really connecting to others, where before it was like me, my fear, my life, my husband, my drama, my melodrama, my. Where on the third day, it's kind of like, how are you? Offering a hug. Wow, there's kind of like opening. There's opening. The opening is happening. And then the going deeper. And that's what I love. That's what I live for. The opening deeper goes through the 4th, 5th, and 6th day. And the going deeper is when you're done with autolysis process and you start feeling that real high, and you feel that frequency, and you really you see, you're losing weight, and that's really the toxic weight. So things in your body happening, your metabolism is higher, your skin looks better, your eyes, you look better, you see better, there's clarity, there's some certainties coming, there's ha moment, there's epiphanies, there's connections happening, like really deep connections that's going on. And that's the 4th, 5th, and the 6th day. I like this phase because what I see in this phase, and correct me if it sounds like crazy, because I know I'm crazy, the potential for peace. Because some people, for the longest time, did not really feel at peace. And all of a sudden, after 4, 5, 6 days, when they do what I tell them to do, they drink the juices, they do the breath work, they do the visualizations, they're centered, they feel at peace. When we feel in peace with each and every one's heart, there's some sort of final coming home feeling. Don't you think we can create peace in our society? It's just coming clean. Finally, no baggage, right? No physical, can I say shit? Okay, no physical shit. Truly, I mean, your colon is cleaner and cleaner and cleaner, right? No more auto-intoxicate, constantly intoxicating yourself. The emotional baggage is starting as you're surrendering, right? You're surrendering more and more. The emotional baggage is clearing. And you're getting that lift. The spirit is being lifted. Isn't that peace? Isn't that the new definition of peace? Can we just now go into a negotiation table and just have peace? Everybody wants just peace and love. Here we go. It all requires that coming into that place of a clean slate where you can see clearly, where the fog clears. Because you cannot really come to any decision, in my opinion, in your life from a mind that is foggy, a heart that is heavy, and a body that is toxic. It's just not going to happen. So as a society, right, we need to come to that realization. And that is a great, great process to go through. And then the final process is liberation. Freedom. What peace is going to lead to? What we all really yearn for, what our souls yearns for. To be free. Right? We all want that. Of course, with freedom comes responsibility. It's not like, la, 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 everything is good and I can do whatever I want. No, no, no. You make those steps with respect and honor for the earth. But you feel that liberation. You are free. There's nothing, there's no shackles that is holding you down to anything. And it's really hard to describe. It's an experience that you have to go through. You have to go through this experience. There's nothing, no words that I can bring right now to you, or maybe if you have done this, you can throw out some words there, but that I can really say, this is it. of just walking on the earth and just knowing that there's nothing that is holding you prisoner to anything, right? There's no conditioning. There's no system of belief that is limiting. You're finally able, we're going with this kind of like, and of course we're not doing it on purpose. Nobody's doing it on purpose, but it's kind of system of belief that we were ingrained into, right, through our life. And there's kind of a limiting belief, and it's kind of like having a cap on top of our head, right? And that's all we can see. That's it. That's where we're walking. That's what we're doing. That's what we're seeing. And finally, at that point, because we have done what we have done, we feel that empowerment. We feel that worthiness. We know inside this is a divine connection, right? So at that point, this has been lifted. When this has been lifted, what can you do? Look up. And what do you see? Unpotential. Unlimited potential. Meaning, you look up, there's no limit to where you can go. Because you have done it. This is such an empowering feeling that I've done it so many times, and whenever I was just like, it's amazing to know that you are able to do it and look up and know that anything from now on, whatever it is that you put your mind to, you can do. You can achieve. You can go, you can conquer your Mount Olympus. Whatever your goal is, whatever your dharma is, you can do it. And you can make every day the best day ever. Every day. Thank you. And we have time for Q&A. And can we serve the choco potion? And if you want, I can read from the book. I just, I'd rather kind of connect than read from the book, because you can buy the book if you want. And any questions that you might have in regards to the process? Yes.
So I brought my mom here.
Yes.
My mom has. So I brought my mom here, which I'm grateful to have my beautiful mother with me, and who's always fed me so much love and nutrition through Vitamin Love, and who has been going through a lot of health challenges, and particularly in her digestive system. And so I wanted to share with her, the idea of juicing, like you're talking about 7 days, and I've done 21. I've really experienced what you've, releasing the attachment, that attachment to food, our primary nurturer, and all that goes along with that. And there's a lot of comfort that you let go of. And so yet I've been wanting to have you share the benefits, especially if you're taking, she has to take medications. So can you juice? What do you do about taking medications that you have to take? And then what would be the benefit for her digestive system?
Okay, this very, very good question. And there's two parts. Okay, one of which there's a difference between juicing and cleansing. Okay, so juicing, just drink juice. So if you want to eat whatever you want in the beginning. I say, I'm not changing anything. I'm not taking away anything. I'm just adding. And if you like to have a little bit of veggie juice or a lot of veggie juice, just juice, however it is that you like. Don't let that scare you. Just welcome it. Okay? It can be a little bit or a lot. Okay? Just love it. If you don't put the vitamin L, what is the most important? I will say it over and over and over again. I would ingrain it into everybody. Vitamin L. If you don't put vitamin L in everything that you do and become the lover, I can give you right now the best potion. It's not going to work. It's not going to work because you're going to have that resistance, right? And we know how that body works. The body needs to welcome it. It's not going to work. So, and then second part of the answer is the microbiome. This is a new term, and you're going to hear it over and over again. It's called the microbiome. And in our intestines, in our colons, there's billions of bacteria. And we know, right? We know that. Millions of bacteria. And the delicate balance between the good bacteria and the bad bacteria is very important to maintain. So eating fermented food, taking probiotics, not having a lot of sugar, right? Stress, how do you react to stress, right? Checking what your medicine is doing to the balance. Now, I'm not an MD, and I'm not saying, I'm not recommending anything, any program. What I'm just saying, the microbiome here, that is really, really important, because that affects your immunity. It affects your emotion. It affects your brain health. Okay? Naturopaths believe that death starts in the colon. Okay, and you might hear it again over and over again. So again, not to give you any specific program, but just saying shift a little bit, right? And love it. Don't, if you feel any resistance, okay, your daughter she can go on mountains, I know, right? She's going. But if you accept it, because you see the love behind it and you want to incorporate it, and think about the microbiome. Okay? You're welcome. You're welcome. My pleasure. Any other questions? Yes. Here.
Maybe you can translate or ask the question, how does it differ from other languages, from other sources?
Oh, so what was this that we drank?
Okay, there's one thing with me, though, that as much as I write recipes all day long, but if you ask me to repeat the same recipe again, not going to happen. It's just the rebel in me. It's not, okay. So what I did this time, and it's pretty similar to the book, but there's part of the program is that we give you juices, mostly vegetables, contain vegetables, and something that we call limonade, which has tripholine there, and ginger, and water, and lemon, of course, or limes. And then the other drink is I call Choco Potion. And what it has cacao. It has non-dairy milk, which this time I did walnuts and almonds. It has xylitol or stevia. It has cacao nibs. It has cacao powder. I put a little bit of ginger and salt. And yeah. And I mixed it all together. And that's something that rejuvenates, gives you the energy, okay, gives you the herbs. It's kind of, that's why we call it the gentle cleanse, because not all programs will have something like that. Most programs will go straight into juices. And so we have the 5 days of the juices and the Choco Potion and the limonade. On the 6 days, we do the smoothies. You do the smoothies, and then the last days, the food on the 7th day.
Nutritionists say, for instance, juices, like you think about fruit juices, you're much better off eating fruit than you are drinking juice because of the sugar content. And also in vegetables, you're much better off eating your vegetables because you get the fiber, and your system takes that in control rather than just juicing. So what is your opinion on that?
Right. Yeah. Well, with fruits, and again, we have to understand something for America. Our digestive system is compromised. Okay, so if you're older than 25, just know that. I'm sorry for the bad news. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, but it's just that. Okay, because a lot of things that we eat are not good for us. We are not able to fully digest them and absorb them and discard them. So in regards to your question, the fruits Many of us have what I had referred before as the microbiome that is not working properly, and we develop issues with digestion. We develop issues with candida. I don't know if you heard of that, which is an overgrowth of fungus. And so we have to really be careful of sugar, and fruits have sugar. And so that's correct. What we do is either do complete green juices. Whoever does not have candida, we do 80% vegetables and 20% fruits. And usually it will be green apple, something that is, not so sweet, like not tropical fruits or anything like that. And again, depends. Are you juicing or are you cleansing? If you're juicing, at some point you're going to eat. You're going to use fiber because you need fiber. Your body needs fiber, right? But if you're cleansing, you don't need the fiber because then your body's thinking you're eating. And what we want to shut that down, right? We don't want anything going on here. We want the body to go fully into the autolysis process. So that digestive process needs to shut down. So that's why we do only liquid and not eating. But again, of course, eat your fruits and vegetables and do it often. Absolutely. And if you have any issues with compromised digestion, which we most have, stay away in the beginning from fruits. Really build your microbiome, build your immunity, and then you can incorporate some light sugar fruits. Is that everybody got you good? Okay, cool. Any other questions? Yes.
Yes, the nutritional value of juices that you drink right after they have been made as opposed to bottled juices. I don't know if your juices are bottled or for how long, but you do lose some of the nutrition value.
Good question. So yeah, it oxidizes immediately, and of course, if you buy it at the store, I really, enzymes are the first thing that go. They're very fragile. If you buy bottled, the thing is that what was your diet before? Usually I get this question, and I get the question where you just finished eating burger and so just think about what's the next phase for you. If you're really a juicer and you're doing this cleanse for whatever, how many, like me, right? 12 years, and then you really need to go to this. What is the step up? Okay, so you do your juices 4 times a day, and you eat it right, and you drink it. I say eat it, but what it is, you actually, it's a liquid food for me, right away, and where it's really alive, like 100% alive, right? But also we have the daily reality where people don't have the time. Sometimes I don't have the time. So what I do, I juice. I put everything in one container, right? And then I go on my merry way and drink it throughout the day, right? Is it fully, the enzymes? Some of them are already probably diminished, the enzyme activity. But still, to what I have experienced and what I see, it's very vibrant. The life force is very vibrant. The vitamins, the phytonutrients, the minerals, most of the enzymes, not all of it, but most of the enzymes are still alive. It's still the best fast food ever, if you think about it. Yeah? Yes? So, well, there's very few. I mean, through the detox, we do give systemic enzymes. Not a lot. But I would just, for the first time, I mean, it's in the book, but for the first time, if you have not done, any supplementation, I would get off of anything that you're doing while you're doing, not medication, I'm talking about vitamins or minerals, yeah? And then just do the program. Just do the program for the first time. And then I would go to the supplement book and add all the supplements. Yeah. We have here information about the supplements as well. Yeah, but I would definitely go, if you're a beginner, this is your first time? Yes, okay. So I would just stay to the program. I would just stay to the 4 drinks, and the choco potion and the lemonade. I would stay with the exercises. I would stay with the visualizations. I would stay with the breath, okay? I would stay with all of that. Just feel me guiding you through the book. And then the next time you do it, add on the supplements. Yeah, and also please remember there is a post cleanse. Okay, so go into immediately when you do that, go into the recipe, right? Part of it, and immediately think of, okay, when I finish this wonderful process, really, really important of how I continue, and let me take some of the recipe, do the shopping, right? And make sure that I'm going off it very gently and I'm not going to, okay, you know what I'm saying? Because I had clients who thought, oh, I'm clean now. Let's party, right? And they went into this alcohol binge, and what I got is a very, very unhappy client. And they're not sexy anymore. Far away. Now, the Sexi, I just want to make sure that this is really clear. Why do I say sexy? It's not to irritate, because I do irritate some people. It's not. It's just because I found out that the Sexi with the Y, it's finishes with the Y, right? It's about you, right? And the Sexi with the I, it's about me. It's the I, me, and myself. It's the I coming close and personal and intimate with the lover within me. It's a personal relationship that takes a lifetime to establish. And when I finally come home, right, I can be the center of my world, coming into another person and welcoming that center of that world into, and together 100 meeting 100 in peace and clarity and union and unison to make peace and love and be the lover and make love. Really know, not just the intercourse, right? The love that we all yearn for to every moment. Like really, really feel that, right? As children do. They just live in the present. At awe. They constantly bewildered by every moment. That's how I want you to feel. Any other questions? She hasn't asked, so let me just go.
Wanted to say that I juiced with Etti, and I call her juices liquid enlightenment because I think it changes the vibration. And I think that when you're juicing, you feel better from the soul. And I also wanted to say, because you're a first-time juicer, that when I juice with Etti, I know that I have issues with bread and carbohydrates. And when I did the 7-day juice with Etti, I found my addictions went away. And so when I ate bread again, of course, they came back. But I was able to, start fresh, and my cravings were not the same. So I just thought that would be of value to you.
Marcy reminded me something important. You need to do this again and again and again. Okay, it's not like that you do it once and you got into that fountain of youth and you're going to hold it forever, right? This is a key. And you're going to open it, and you're going to open it, and you're going to open it, and you're going to open it. Now, what I recommend, if you're in your 30s, you're going to do it 3 times a year. If you're in 40s, you're going to do it 4 times a year. If you're 50s, you're going to do it 5 times a year, and so on, until you got really to the fountain of youth and you constantly being nourished and you are elevated and evolved. Whenever that's going to happen, it might be next lifetime, right? That's really important. So this process is evolving. You're never going to finish growing up and evolving, and you don't want to. Who want to be stagnated? Who just want to exist, right? I want a full life. I want to feel alive. I want passion, right? That comes with evolving and growing and knowing that you always need to come back to that point. And what happens is, because I've done it now, well, I'm teaching it for 12 years, but I've done it longer. What happened? You fall off the wagon, like I did, right? two and a half weeks where I couldn't find my center. I didn't eat. I was Lulu, right? So what happens is you go back to your center. It takes you much shorter time to get back on the wagon. And then you hop on the wagon, and then you drive the wagon much better. That's what happens, right? So again, it's not that you're always going to have the immediate solution, but when you're going to come back home, it's going to be much faster process to be there. And then you hold on to that until the next time that you need to, again, go on a cleanse. Yes. Let me go to Christina.
So what happens if you have a family of like skeptical, pizza, beer drinking, like boys, and how is there any sneaky way of introducing juice into their lives? I mean, what do you do?
Mind you, Zoe, my daughter, who is my fourth, my baby, she can wake up in the morning and eat meat for breakfast. And we give it to her. So my answer, and I have four, and they're each in very different directions, all of them. God bless them. You just model. You don't talk. You don't say a thing, especially if you're a woman. Learn from me. Don't say a thing. That's why I'm divorced, I learned. Especially not with the finger. Don't go with the finger. I told you. Don't do that, right? Just model. Just be. You don't bring the light. I learned that. Don't bring be the light. So simple. And it's different because we like to, no. Just be the light. Be constantly, every day, put your foot, like we did, 2 feet on the ground. Wow. Start with gratitude. Be the lover. Make love. It will come and people will ask you, Christina, what have you been doing? What's going on? Can you give us a secret? Come on, share. And then you can say, I've been trying this and doing that. The way you talk, Christina, it's all like this, right? And And I read the sexy book, and Any other questions? Let me go to somebody who didn't ask.
Okay, so the 7-day is a cleansing that you have. It's a cleansing. And then you have a maintenance after that?
Yeah, good question. So that's what I'm referring before. So you finish and then you have a whole section of post-detox recipes. And it gives you a whole chapter of 3 days of how to come off of it, which is actually more important than the cleanse itself. Because again, you can't go out and party, right? Because your body is very, very sensitive right now to toxins, okay? So you are kind of like a diamond in the rough and you want to be polished. Be polished when you do the post-detox, okay? And then you finish that at least minimum of 3 days. Do more. I mean, you have hundreds of recipes there, and then you and then you okay. Just what you notice, okay. And I don't know if some of you can also attest to that. There's a shift, and I think Marcy said it before. There's an organic shift, and so you will not want to have the same amount of that food that you had before and was not that good for you, did not serve you. And if you did, it's probably you're going to eat a little bit and then you go back to your healthy. So there's you want to look for that shift, that twist, okay? That you, and I'm not forcing anything. Everything that I would say is a surrender. It's not what did they say? No pain, no gain. I'm gonna kill it. There's nothing here that you are fighting. I always go soft. I want soft, I want loving, I want cushion, and that's all I want. And that's what I'm giving. Okay? I want that. So just see how it is that your body is responding. Notice it, right? Your body's going to lead you. The smells are going to change because the thrush on your mouth, the toxic kind of thrush is going to go away. Your taste buds are going to come alive. You're going to look better, so you're going to say, I'm not going to ruin this now, my gorgeous self, right? You know what I'm saying? It's all kind of a shift that you're going to move into, and then the more you do it, the bigger the shift. But it's a very gentle tweak, okay, to perfection. Yes. Do we have more time? Are we good? What, Christian? One more. Somebody that didn't ask before. One more. Yes. So we were asking about, first of all, the quality of water is really important. So no tap water, right? So spring water, any mineral, anything better, good quality water. So whatever quality you can that is not tap water. And we recommend 2 quarts of water a day. So, and also, we give you the lemonade. You can make more, so you can decorate your water. For example, I'm not a water drinker. I'm sorry, another confession. I don't like water. So I infuse my water. I decorate my water. I put lemon and I put stevia and I put ginger and I put goji berries. I don't eat the goji berries while I'm on cleanse, but I let the antioxidants absorb into the water, okay? And I drink that. Things like that I would do. But go ahead, and if you love your water, you can put a pinch of salt. That's something that we recommend, actually. Put salt, a pinch of Himalayan salt into your water. Okay? We're done, or we can take one more? Bobby? Yes.
We're so confused about what water to drink. Like, I don't want to drink it out of plastic. Now I don't want to drink it out of the tap, obviously. And now I hear so much about alkalized water, and that we need to drink living water, and the water needs to be alkalized. So I'm ready to install like this $2,000 filter, but because I feel like the water we're drinking is, causing calcifications and is really junky. So what? You have to do this, huh? Right? What water do we drink?
Okay, she had to do this. So again, okay, we want to go to the Garden of Eden. We want to go to the spring and drink right from the spring. Because these molecules, the water, the molecules of the water are so gentle. And think about it, you are 70 to 80% water. So whatever it is that you're coming across, words, action, thoughts affecting your body, the water that you drink affects your body. So this is a whole, huge issue with the water. We are taking water from places that have no water, and we are actually bottling in plastic that has no oxygen, and we give it to people as healthy, and it's so not. So there's this huge issue with water that I don't even how to begin. It's the foundation of everything, water and air, and we are screwing it up. So I would just say, if you have the budget, yes, buy something that will give you the best water, like you drinking from a spring. That would be my preference, and really make sure that you're putting your trace minerals, your Himalayan salt in it. But again, we're not yet in the Garden of Eden. Maybe if we're all gonna juice, we're going to be one day there, because we're all going to have it in our consciousness, and we're gonna create it. We're gonna create Garden of Eden on earth, and we're all gonna be naked. but we're not there yet. But up until that point, just do the best that you can do, with what you know, because you see, what I know today is going to be different than what I know tomorrow, and I'll do the best that I know. So depends where I am, but I definitely make sure that I drink the purest water available, and so I buy spring water, or I have the filter in my house. I drink filtered water. I never drink tap water, ever. I use the Caligan water in my house, and I use the Vitalizer. There's other really good ones that are around, and probably better than what I have. There's one really good that I forget the name right now. Christine, which one? The reverse osmosis, but which one is, yeah, the one that we have, the Caligan does the reverse osmosis, I think. Yeah, pristine hydro, that's a good one. That's a good one. But again, you know, it's, yeah. The thing is, okay, let me tell you something about the vitamin love, okay? That's the thing. You know that the stories, and I do believe them, and again, might be crazy, I'm crazy, so I'm allowed to say it, right? But there are people, holy people, that you can give them poison and they will digest and nothing will happen. Okay, so if we get into the melodrama, oh my God, that's not good for me, whatever, it's not going to help. So just bring whatever it is that you are having right now, whatever your budget allows, whatever your reality allows, bring the vitamin love into it. Bless it. Remember, you are raising your frequency and the frequency of what it is that is in front of you to a higher vibration when you put intention into it. So put your vibration, right? Put your heart center into it, bring the vibration, and then it will process in your body, right? Do your best. That's all we want. Just do your best. Okay? Everybody drank the choco potion? Very good. Okay, have the best evening ever. Thank you for coming. I really, really applaud you and honor you. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Eddie. Folks, you're watching online, give us a call. You still have a chance to buy one of the books. We'll get it autographed for you. We'll ship it to you. For those of you here, the books are for sale behind the counter. The good doctor will be sitting right here signing them for you. Stick around. We got some live music coming up. We got our great restaurant. We got a bar out there. I think there's some water out there, too, for the bar. So don't forget to buy your copies of the book. Should be signing right here. Thank you all so much for coming. Have a great evening.